Welcome back to another round at Sweet Shots. All four of us back in the booth. It's good to be quite literally back in the booth. Quite good to be here. What a crazy time to be away, I guess. There's been a lot of happenings in the world of golf. We had some great golf being played the last couple of weeks. But Nick and Chuck, you guys were world travelers. Welcome back to the Tundra.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having us back.
It's good to we thought about
back
it.
On the pod.
We talked about it. We said something just wouldn't be right if you weren't here.
Yeah.
So
We appreciate that.
we figured you guys would come back. But
You needed the Joes in your life.
we didn't need Joes. If the pros dominate too much, nobody watches.
We were going to do a show. We were going to do it. But we thought, no, out of respect, let's just, you guys didn't offer to do anything remotely. You're too busy sunning yourselves or whatever you're doing on a cruise.
Drinking rum punch.
Yep. So you're busy doing that. And we just said, out of respect, let's just, we'll wait till they come back.
We'll wait.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate
Hopefully
that,
they had some story. Were you able to watch any of the golf?
We were home Sunday
we
in
watched
time
the
to watch.
Sunday.
Yeah,
Did you?
but we were a little sleepy. So
Sure.
between
saw it.
naps, I watched. Yep, I saw it.
I watched.
Oh,
last
the
night.
other thing we got to talk. We haven't talked about was the new episode of Full Swing. You
I
guys
I
watch
wrote that down.
Yes.
I watched the entire. Have you
Did
watched
you?
it?
Oh
Did you
yeah,
watch it?
I've watched.
Well,
the first.
no. So it's something Pam and I watched together. We are just at the point where they're working on the Ryder Cup. And of course, I don't know if you guys knew or not, I was at the Ryder Cup last fall.
Oh wow, news to me.
And so I'm interested to see if we spot ourselves on Full Swing. But you two yo-yos start texting the whole.
Oh, my
the whole.
You didn't know U.S. lost?
Full.
What was the surprise to you? I'm not sure what the surprise was.
Well, you guys start spoiling some of the behind the scenes things that I think Full Swing does such a good job of doing.
I don't remember.
Neither do I.
I don't remember.
I'm like,
There's no
I finally responded in the text. I'm like, hey, hold it. If you guys want to talk about this amongst yourselves, go for it. But for those of us that are still working through the episodes, zip it.
It's been out for like a month now.
Yeah.
I think it's
Well,
probably safe.
some of us are busy doing things.
Okay.
So, but
Well,
so far, Nick, have you watched them?
I haven't. I watched the first season, but I haven't got to the second season yet. I got to start it.
You were traveling. You didn't even watch
I
it?
literally have not watched anything other than college basketball. I think in the last week.
That's
I tell
fair.
you, I almost wept the Joel Damon episode. I'm not ruining anything.
No,
Oh,
I mean,
wait a second. He
yeah,
hasn't seen
spoilers,
it. Gee.
spoilers.
He was in the first one. He was in the first one.
Joel's got a great story. It was very interesting. That whole episode is just interesting because it's like, what happens when you're famous but not, quote unquote, good at what you do, right?
Yeah.
Like you're not at the top of your game.
Right.
I don't know of many people in other sports that have that level of fame, but not the level of success that comes with the fame. You know,
Yeah, well said.
It might be an older, I'll just go NBA. Could be an older NBA player that's lost a step or two. He's still out there playing a little bit, and people are still wanting his autograph, or just he's the center of attention, but he just doesn't have his fastball anymore. To steal another phrase from baseball, but. Yeah, there would be a tough deal. Be super popular and shoot 76 all the time.
and you're playing 2 of the 4 days,
Like-
most of the tournaments.
Kirk Cousins.
That's
a good.
We can slam the guy. He's not a Viking.
Not a Viking
Yeah,
anymore.
he's gone. We don't need him.
I think Netflix, just between this and then the F1 series they do a great job of telling the stories of these guys.
Quarterback as well.
They do.
Quarterback was
Quarterback
really good.
was
especially-
That's right.
fantastic.
They just
Yeah.
released quarterback. Their the creators of quarterback are coming out with a receiver. Justin Jefferson will be on it.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Yep.
last season. But I don't know how that'll work.
What
'cause
a
he was out
brilliant
for
concept.
6
They
seasons.
could do
punter next. Yeah,
punter.
Kicker.
Actually, kicker might be interesting.
Kicker.
You see these
It's
guys
just them on the sideline. Like, oh, hey, that's me. All right.
It's my turn.
No, the behind the scenes of a kicker.
Right.
Well, of course, I was a kicker, so we could just dip into my melon to find out what you're thinking. Most of the times we were just looking around because I wasn't actually on the field.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you're called upon, hey, run out there and kick. But yeah, they do a great job, Chuck. You're right. And it crosses. You might be a fan. You might not even be a fan of that sport, but because they do such a good job, it's pulling other people in. So pretty cool.
I also really liked on Full Swing. I enjoyed the Ricky Wyndham episode.
Mm-hmm.
That was really good. So I followed him through the U.S. Open because Ricky was in contention while he was leading.
He was
wasn't
leading.
Like
This was his major.
and
What a
then
comeback year.
How they kind of, I don't know, whatever.
Position, yeah.
Yeah, juxtaposition of the fans that cheered for Ricky versus Wyndham, and Wyndham ended up winning. But then during the during the episode, you almost find yourself rooting for Wyndham because of everything that he's gone through and how he's turned his mentality around for being on the tour for, was it like 7 years and not having anything, and then all of a sudden he's at the top of the leaderboard on everything now.
Yeah, he's figured out his game.
It's a new putter.
Yeah, which goes to the TPC. Can we step into that?
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Yeah, we're right into it. Yeah,
What a great tournament. I thought it was one of the most entertaining tournaments of recent memory.
that's what they have been looking for. Like that style leaderboard is in terms of like the names. That's what PGA has been looking for. What they've been missing. It was interesting that they're still going with the players, the slogan of the strongest field in golf, and you've got you're missing John Rahm, Dustin Johnson,
Brooks,
Taylor Gooch. You're not having Taylor Gooch in the field.
Yeah.
Right.
That was one of the funniest tweets I saw.
so
That obviously, spoiler, the Scotty Scheffler won. And then it was a leaderboard with an asterisk and said Taylor Gooch not in the field.
That's so good.
Well, I think I saw something about the Masters. You know, it's the world top 50. A lot of the live guys are still in the field at the Masters from how they maybe played in the majors last year or whatever the status or past
Plus,
champion.
special invites.
Special invites. So there were, I think, whatever the post was, there were 2 players that literally aren't in the Masters field that would maybe normally be in the Masters field. I think one of them was Taylor Gooch. Taylor Gooch.
Yeah,
and
probably.
it was like, how will this tournament exist without Gooch? You know, it's real.
Big old asterisk.
Poor guy.
And I think we did a show on that for those that are just kind of picking it up. But Taylor Gooch made some comments about how if Rory goes and wins the Masters without live guys there, some of the live guys there will be an asterisk by his accomplishment. And so that's just the joke. The dig of the golf world is not really. Taylor Gooch isn't exactly the reason for an asterisk.
Well, the TPC. How about some of the shots they were hitting down the stretch?
Yeah,
it's clear that golf course when you're on your game, you really separate yourselves from the guys that aren't.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Hoagie was right there through 2 rounds.
Yep.
And really struggled on the
Pre-tournament
weekend.
favorite. I mean, he was up there. I mean, he's got the course record. Tied the course record last year, 62.
Yep, and his ball striking going into that tournament was
really good.
On point. But I think that's a testament. I haven't analyzed what happened on the weekend, but I imagine he maybe started hitting the driver crooked.
I think he got a little crooked. I saw he hit a couple balls in the water coming in that final day.
Yeah,
I think on 17, 18. I think he probably had 3 balls in the water. So those add up quick.
Sure does.
Yeah.
yeah.
That golf course is it's a double bogey waiting to happen on almost every swing.
So fast.
Yeah.
So
So talking about that tournament, tune in Sunday and Xander's leading, right? Going into the day.
yeah.
Has Xander won anything in the last few years? He's always in top 10.
Yeah.
The guy's solid.
He's got the longest cut string in professional golf going right now.
Active.
Active professional
Okay.
cut. Yeah.
But has he won?
Well, that's kind of the thing where he just never closes.
Right.
He's won previously, but the shtick is that he just never closes.
Yeah.
He's historically really bad on Sundays,
Okay.
especially in big tournaments, majors, whatever.
Yeah.
And then the other thing going into it, obviously Scotty was 5 shots back, so they're like, ooh, watch out for Scotty. But the real thing is Wyndham Clark, because you look at the 2 differences between Xander and Wyndham. Xander on Sunday loses strokes left and right, and Wyndham just picks them up like crazy. So those are kind of the 2 names to watch going into Sunday.
Yep.
And then obviously Scotty Scheffler does what Scotty Scheffler does and hits the ball incredibly well. And all of a sudden he starts making putts.
And look out. And we've said it over and over on this show.
That's all we
right?
said.
He makes
Has to
putts,
make putts.
nobody's catching him.
And I heard a stat. He only made 1 putt, I believe, over 17 feet all week.
Is that right?
Well, when you hit it that close, you don't need to.
And that's what they're talking. Like he was around 50% from 11 feet, which tour average is 50% at 8 feet.
Yeah.
So he was making a few more putts than average. He actually picked up some strokes gained from like 8 feet to 12 feet in that area. He didn't miss a putt under 3 feet or closer, and he was really solid from that 10 feet and in.
And how about this run he's on? So last week was Arnold Palmer. He won the Arnold Palmer, or 2 weeks ago now. He won the Arnold Palmer, and that was the first tournament he switched to a mallet putter. Which previous to that, Rory McIlroy says, you know what, Scotty, it might be time to try a mallet. I switched to a mallet. They're more forgiving. It's good. Yeah. And now all of a sudden, Scotty's going back-to-back tournaments. He's picking up strokes on the field, putting. Thanks, Rory.
Yeah, we can thank Rory.
Right. Thanks for doing that.
Success.
How do you bet against him for the Masters?
Yeah, I agree.
With how well he's hitting it.
He's favorited by so much.
Yeah,
already.
he's 1-5.
Yeah.
Is he really?
Yeah, 1-5. I think the next was
5-1. Whatever.
5-1. I think the next was like 12-1.
Okay.
Yep, it's John Rahm's 12-1.
Like he's like heavily favorite.
Well, I put money down on going into Sunday's last round. Fitzpatrick, because it was Patty's Day.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is going to be a story. He was like 4 back or 3 back.
Yeah.
Oh, he was right there. He was
Mr.
leading the
Mr. Analytical with all the data in the world.
I know.
He subscribed to all his
Day.
stuff. It's St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day.
Why'd you take him? St. Patrick's Day.
Exactly.
Was he wearing green?
He started birdie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was good.
And I'm like, here we go.
How about that episode? Not ruining it for you, Nick. Of Full Swing with Tina's brother.
Yeah.
Pretty cool
It
episode.
was really cool, but what I'll say, like, they didn't really touch on Alex's success on the European tour. I think they kind of framed it in such like Alex never has any success, and boom, all of a sudden he's at the top of the world. But like the guy tears it up on the European tour.
Does he tear it up?
He was there was like 2 weeks in a row last year where it was, if it wasn't Matt on the top of the leaderboard, it was Alex.
Really?
Like when they played, it was back and forth, and then they shared the lead at one of the tournament. They played in the final round together. Like, he's had success, and so that was my only gripe with that is like they made it seem like Alex was just some bum on the couch that happened to go play golf, and like, oh my goodness, he's leading the Open or whatever it is. And
They did frame it that way.
Yeah,
Sorry, Nick. It's still worth the watch.
I'll watch it.
It's
I'll
pretty
watch it
good.
anyway.
It's pretty good.
No, so back to Scheffler. I still believe that there's this when these two tours get together at the Masters, there's going to be this us against them or them against us, and I would think the American golfing public really going to be hardcore cheering for Scheffler, right?
No, I agree.
I just don't know how you don't. I've been underwhelmed at Rahm's performance on Live. He still hasn't won a tournament.
I thought they won their first. Oh, as an individual,
Yeah, as an individual, he hasn't. Right. And he's looking to be. I think I saw a couple quotes where John was like, "I'm well aware of what Scotty's doing." He's well aware. He's seen Scotty play, or he's seen everything, all the headlines he's making. So he's aware. How about, did you see his Masters dinner menu?
No.
He's got like his grandma's lentil soup or his mom's lentil soup on there. A lot of Spanish dishes. Some pork on it. I forget what it is on there, but I don't know what. Here's my question: if you guys won the Masters, what would your dinner menu look like? You're a big Pop-Tart guy.
Oreos,
couple Pop-Tart or appetizers.
Good question, Mark.
I'm going traditional without a doubt. I'm just doing a nice fillet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe twice baked potato. Not that I've thought about this. Asparagus,
He's standing outside there. He's like, that could be
some
me.
type of chocolate for dessert.
Okay.
Just a real
Yeah.
Midwest traditional meal. Leave everybody just going, okay, this guy didn't mess around. No foo-foo stuff, just hardcore Midwest, salt of the earth.
Yep, meat and potatoes
Meat
kind of guy.
and potato dinner.
I like it.
Thank you.
That's not bad.
I'm just picking things I like. Chips and salsa. Maybe some queso.
Yeah.
And buckets of beer. That's it.
You're just gonna You're just going.
Chips days.
We'll throw some college basketball on. Well, no, it's over by then. It's April, but yeah, you're just throwing
Replays.
some sports on.
Yep.
That's a good question. I'm gonna probably go Mark's route and go steak, but I might throw some rice in there.
Oh.
Oh,
Like a steak and rice, and
like
then
fried rice or just white rice?
you can do either. I'd probably go fried rice, and then maybe like some broccoli, some steamed broccoli as well. I love some broccoli.
steamed broccoli.
Dang, that's too.
And yeah, you got to go with some dessert. Maybe a
Melted
big
lava
like
cake.
a big chocolate cookie.
Okay.
Big
Ooh,
ones
yeah.
like we kind of have
Yeah,
here.
that's solid.
You don't need to put the ice cream on top. You can have a side of ice cream, but
Okay.
big, nice warm cookie.
That's a good one. I thought about going traditional like surf and turf. A little steak, a little lobster, but now that you said rice, maybe just make it like a hibachi style.
Yeah, that's kind of
Dang.
do a little bit of that action, and then dessert. I'm no cake guy. I would love Mom's French silk pie. Throw some French
You
silk
could
pie.
ask Pam to
out.
whip some of that up for everybody.
Just a couple.
That'd be
just a couple pies.
fantastic. Hey, one side story on the meals that they do in this, as I remember, I was not into wokeness and things like that, but there was a situation over the meal that got Fuzzy Zeller
I remember this.
like what do you call it when you're eliminated, removed?
Blackballed,
Yeah, what do they call that now?
Blacklisted,
terminated,
Not blacklisted. You know, when like on social media, you're just
canceled.
canceled. That was
Okay.
it. Couldn't remember. Canceled. It got Fuzzy canceled.
Yeah, what
like
was
he
that
lost
again?
his deal with his club manufacturer.
Yeah, do you remember what?
Are they mowing greens this morning? What's going
They're
on?
mowing, they're trimming them, getting
Yep.
them ready. We got a big day here at Sweet Shots.
Anyways, I think Tiger had won. It was the year after Tiger won his first. And so Tiger was going to come up with the menu, right? And I think he said something about
remember
collard
this.
greens.
Yeah,
And like fried chicken, right?
He couldn't. Well, we should get the quote to do it proper justice. But his line was about they're going to make collard greens or whatever they eat or whatever they make,
yeah.
We should quote it. But he was referring to the staff and what the typical vegetable that accompanies a certain meal. They serve a lot of collard greens there. And it was interpreted as that he meant people of color. This is what they eat. And I mean, they pounced on it and just destroyed the guy over it.
Man,
And we'll never forget Larry Murphy, Mark Holm, and I, we are standing at the first tee. And I don't know how it happened, if it was random or if they were actually paired together for a reason. But Fuzzy and I thought Fuzzy and Tiger were paired together. And Tiger could have, he could have taken a road, I'm going to say the high road, and just, say, hey, Fuzz, no harm, no foul, let's go, let's play golf.
Right.
Or it was either in the media where, again, Tiger was asked about the question and he kind of fed it instead of just putting it to bed. Hey, Fuzz didn't mean that, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
And it just festered and it led to basically
to
that
this
was
day, is he not allowed back?
I don't
I don't know
know.
if he's on
Well,
the
Fuzzy
list.
never. Well, he won.
He did win, yeah.
Yeah, he's a 1979 champion.
That's right.
He might have been paired with Tiger. But anyways, as that story goes, so after they tee off, the camera crew from the Golf Channel turn around and put the mic right in front of Murph's face.
What?
Yep. Say, we're just looking for your opinion on this whole collard greens deal. And Murph just, he could have been governor because he answered the question like a politician would. Well, Fuzz probably shouldn't have said that. And Tiger could have taken the high road and just said, hey, no problem. Let's play golf. And it's unfortunate that that's where we're at. So
Wow,
Murph
no
was
kidding.
interviewed
Murph was
on the Golf
national.
Channel.
That's cool.
Yes.
Wow.
really
That's
cool.
funny.
Little side story.
That's funny. Okay, how about getting into this week? We're going to the Valspar, which is Innisbrook, I believe. They call it a stacked field. You got guys, Xander's back in the field, Jordan Spieth, Justin Thomas, both of whom missed the cut last week. Sam Burns is playing. Scotty's off. He's taking the week off, I think, right?
I don't know.
I think I saw the DraftKings lineup. It wasn't.
I can look. Speaking of DraftKings, real quick, I had a great team last week.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, I was in a couple deal. One was a $5,000 winner take all. I didn't win that, but
Spoiler.
I had a team that finished in the top 2% of the field,
Yeah.
and granted it was just a quarter, but I had multiple teams in that.
Yeah.
I won $1.
Isn't that crazy?
And I beat 10,000 people out of 10,500.
So here's my deal with this, and this is why we kind of talked about it beforehand, but this is my revelation that I've come to because I had some success over the week, not on DraftKings, but I'll play DraftKings casually here and there, but I am moving away from DraftKings and going more prop bets on apps like an Underdog or Prize Picks, over/under situations. Now you're just playing the lines. You're not playing 10,000 people with either your same lineup or you're not splitting money. Like you're playing you versus the lines, and then you can make those picks. So like I had one for Sunday, my best pick of the week. I had Scotty Scheffler on Sunday over 10 fairways. He had to hit more than 10 fairways. I had Xander Schauffele under 8.5 fairways. Xander had not hit more than 8 fairways all week, and Scotty it's Scotty on Sunday, so feel good about that. My third one, which was like a times 6 boosted one, was Ludwig Oberg bogey free. And so I watched, he made 3 bogeys all week. And so I said, yeah, let's throw that one on there. The nice thing is you got a protected play. So now I get 2 out of 3 right. And it still
get
pays
paid.
me. Still pays me. And so I figured, well, if Ludwig doesn't hit, I still got a good chance in Scotty and Xander.
Yeah.
And sure thing it does. Like that to me is way more rewarding, way more fun, easier, we'll call it, because I'm not having to beat 10,000 other people that are trying to make that same pick, basically. That's where I'm at. But
did I win DraftKings last week then with my
probably.
team? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure you did.
Because you guys didn't put a team in.
No.
No.
Well, it's DraftKings is frustrating in the payouts. I think the way they've got it set up is you need to play multiple different games, invest a lot of dollars to get a return, because your return is just not, if you double your money,
so
you're
hard.
lucky.
Yeah. It's so hard unless you're getting into high entry fee, low entry tournament. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a one entry $20 tournament.
It's still a lot of fun though.
It is.
Rooting for guys, it gives you a little more on the line.
Gives you something to cheer for. And that's why I like this. I mean, you can cheer for or against, basically, of, oh my gosh, can't believe he missed a 3-footer, like that to me means more than just like, oh, there's a point,
I find myself with DraftKings, if I'm going to play, I play single day events now. Because in golf, to try to do the 4-day, I'm finding too many times I make 5 of 6 or 4 of 6 guys, and then you're done. Your weekend's done. You got no chance. So I'll do a showdown, single day, let our buck, put $5 in, see what happens.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I had a team. Only one guy was playing on the weekend. That's hard to do. I had a dude withdraw and then 4 missed cuts.
Oh, no.
I follow a guy on Twitter. He tweeted, and he's a professional DFS guy. This is what he does. He goes, not sure you could have done any worse. All 6 missed the cut.
No way.
That's to your point. That's not easy to do.
And you enter a team and you're optimistic, like, oh, this could be the team that wins.
Right. Look at that.
Single I missed the
And
cut.
he's a DFS
professional. That's what he
professional.
does.
That's how
what
tough
I'm-
this is.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it is so hard.
6 of 6 missed.
So hard.
So
Right.
trying to get last
Yeah,
place.
Scheffler's not playing, by the way.
Not
No,
playing.
Not in the field.
Okay.
So
Haircut time. He's taking a week
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
Get a little trim.
How about the beard? He's sporting the beard.
Yeah.
It's like a different guy out there. I think
I
it's
saw-
Dustin Johnson.
he said he was just feeling lazy. He was
He
lazy.
looked like he
didn't
was
wanna-
trimmed up though.
Well, yeah, but like you don't have to
Yeah, clean it
clean it up though.
Yeah.
Until that's how I got mine.
It looks good.
It
Same
does.
thing,
I was going to
so.
say,
I like the
chef's following your lead. Hey, a call out. Speaking of haircuts, our cousin Bob, who's a frequent listener, sent us a gift.
Oh yeah, I saw
All right,
that.
Yeah, where are
comes
they?
Down to my office. I've been munching like a son of a gun. Thanks, Bob. I'm really enjoying
All
them.
the way from Texas.
All the way from Texas. Various flavors of pecans.
Pecans or pecans?
I don't know.
Pecans.
How do you pronounce them?
Pecans.
Pecans.
I think they.
What did I say?
I think they say pecans. Don't they?
Pecans.
Pecans.
There's like 6 different flavors. It's a party in the
Pecan.
palate. It's beautiful.
Party
I'll
on the
share it with you
palate.
guys.
Could have brought him up for
I
the show.
I went
did,
to with
yeah.
a handwritten note for the next round. Said, "Here you go. Enjoy, boys."
We will.
Well,
Maybe we'll take them on our trip here shortly, Mark. You and I munch them all the way down to the cities.
Yeah, that'd be good for us.
Oh yeah.
we'll take a
Just what I
handful.
need.
Just give Luke and I a handful before you leave.
Yep.
All right.
We'll try them.
How about if you know some of the guys, do you have a favorite going into this week? This week it's a par 71, so there's not. I think there is one more par 3 than there is par
Doesn't
5.
Sam Burns just play like great here? Seems like over the years.
Jordan
I don't
Spieth he played well last year. He was
Okay.
T3 last year, but he's
Spieth or Burns?
Spieth.
Oh, okay.
I was just going off of what I was researching for my guys, but
Hey, complete side note, but we haven't had a show since Van Holmgren, your
Yeah.
teammate at NDSU. He was in contention to win the Argentinian Open.
yeah, on the
On
Corn
the
Ferry Tour.
Corn Ferry
So it
Tour.
was
Pull it
great
off?
success.
No, he didn't have his A game on Sunday,
Okay.
but
Yep.
Okay.
to be in that position, what is it? I mean, what do you think of that as a teammate of somebody you
Yeah.
played a lot of golf with him to see the level that he's getting an opportunity to play at that level? What do you
It's
make of it?
crazy, and we kind of talked about it, but it's crazy the line that separates absolute success or high success at a high level and just missing, right? Like that to me, I remember there was never a doubt that Van could go play this. That was always what he wanted to do. He could play at that level. I just think that at a certain point, you have to almost jump off that ledge, that leap of faith, and go all in. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it. And when you do that, you get naturally more chances. And if your game's there, you're always playing, you're always performing. Eventually, you're just going to kind of stumble into those positions, whether you're tied for first or in your top 5 or however that works. And then it's just going out and playing rounds. And the more you can get yourself into that situation, the more you're going to feel more comfortable. And then it's just another round. You're not, oh my gosh, this is to make X amount of dollars or win my first tournament, right? The more you're in that, there's never a doubt that Van could go do that. I mean, he did that from his freshman year at NDSU. He was winning tournaments, college tournaments, sophomore year,
Yep.
And so to be able to do that, to have the success that he is, I mean, there's no doubt that he's going to continue to build that and kind of go down that route. But there again, it just goes to show the level of talent that's outside of these top Division I schools as far as, and NDSU is a great school. We're Division I, all that one conference. But like when you think of college golf, you think of Oklahoma State, you think of Alabama, you think of Stanford, you think of all these high level Southern schools, and you've got guys like Van Homer and Andrew Israelson. You got, I'll throw myself in there, but just because I can, that played at North Dakota State, and we're having success on the golf course. And I think it's only a sign of things to come. I think you're going to see his name at the top of the leaderboard for a long, long time. A long time.
It's going to be fun to see what happens.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very fun. So, any parting words here, guys? We'll wrap this one up.
My pick for this week, I'm going to go Tony Finau.
Oh.
Yep. I think
Nice
he's going to
pick.
start getting his game in shape here and lead up to the Masters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd be a good pick for the Masters,
I
too.
think
I like
I
that,
think so.
too.
Pat's wandering through. Good to see you, Pat.
Big old wave from Pat.
I'll go Jordan Spieth. It's kind of my
Really?
guy. Yeah.
After a miscut, right?
He's gonna bounce back. Played
Okay.
well last
Okay.
year. He's my guy.
LJ, did
I'm
you go with
going
Burns?
opposite. No, so I'm actually thinking that Xander's going to kind of make a little bounce back.
You think Sunday
No way.
Xander?
That guy can't win.
He's the Sunday scaries.
Yeah, he does. But I think you'll find him back up there. He played well here last year, or actually, no, he didn't even play here last year.
Okay.
He played well leading up to this last year, and then he went to the World Match Play, the WGTP, whatever.
Whatever. Yeah.
Mark, you got a primary
I like
pick?
Xander.
Well, yeah, you guys are going to think I'm nuts, but Joel Damon.
I actually don't think you're nuts because he turned it around at the Players.
He
Holy
played
cow.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking he might ride that wave.
Yep.
So he's on my team. I have an all-American team here. And Burns, Cole, Damon, Gim, another guy. He plays well at TPC,
Yep,
and he's coming
he did
off.
play well.
He played
Yeah.
really well. McNeely and Shank.
You like that name?
So you went All-American. I went All-Asian sprinkled in Finau.
All Asian plus Hawaiian.
Yeah.
Nick, do you have a team set up?
I don't have a team.
You don't have a team?
Do not have a team.
Well, so true to my word, I went underdog. I don't have a DraftKings team, but through my research, where I'm going over under. 2 of them are fairways hit. I got Justin Thomas and Jordan Spieth lower than 7.5 fairways. Both of those guys sprayed it at TPC, and they historically, other than Jordan Spieth year last year, he still missed a lot of fairways. But JT doesn't play well here historically. He sprays it. So I'm going under 7.5 fairways on those guys. And then Xander, I'm saying, is going to hit more than 12 greens in regulation.
That's Thursday, right? That's just for Thursday.
Just for Thursday.
for that one.
Yep.
Okay.
So that one, I think Xander's going to continue his strong iron play.
I like it.
Yeah, I like that too.
I like avoiding scores in this just because it's, I don't know, you can still hit 18 greens and shoot 74,
Right.
if your putter's off. So stuff like that. That's
Interesting.
the other reason I like that. So that's my prop bet, my one prop bet for Thursday.
All right.
So,
I like it.
all right, well, that's going to do it for us here on this round at Sweet Shots. Join us next time for another round. Come on back, and we'll have some good stories and hopefully some good scores here. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.